Hey all, Simone here. I just thought I'd tell you guys a quick story because this is the stuff that happens around here. So I talk to a boatload of people every month. They're all wanting to grow and scale their businesses. Most of them are CEOs, some are their chief officers who are tasked with making sure that the boat doesn't sink. So I find that generally I talk to three kinds of people. One are the ones who have a pretty good product, but they've never really paid attention to building their team or their business really around their product, and they're just in this place of they think it's going to magically appear. It doesn't take much effort. It ain't no big thing, and they're just full of hope and don't have a whole lot of structure or strategy around anything. So that generally doesn't go so well. And then the second group is the ones who are scaling and they're realizing, oh, this is actually not as easy as I thought, and now I just really need to do something about it. But they're having difficulties because they didn't want to invest the time, the money, the effort, the commitment to hire an expert, and they were hoping they could just solve it with a book or a YouTube thing or something else. They find some free information, because of course a proven expert is going to cost some money, and they don't know yet how much time and money and momentum they will waste flinging spaghetti against the wall. Really, that's what's happening. And then of course they're the ones that have gone the route, have found out the hard way that without the right systems, the strategy, the structure, this is not going well, and so they wasted a lot of time, a lot of momentum, they lost opportunity. And along the way, sadly, they've created a total lot of chaos, frustrated people. And of course, when your people don't feel supported and they don't feel like they can really contribute in the right way possible, your culture takes a giant hit. And so you have this toxic culture of unhappy and frustrated people who don't really feel like they are giving any value or they can do their job right. So it's very scary and frustrating and annoying to a lot of people, including of course the leader, because you feel like you're trying to do a good job and you can't either. And actually there's another group, and those are the few smart ones who come in right at the start, right at that right time where they have a good product and they're realizing, okay, so now the next thing I really need to do is build a company around the product so that when it is time to scale, I have everything in place so I can really hit the ground running and scale quickly, and there's not there's not that much that is going to get in the way. So needless to say, I can't really help the first two groups because I just call them delusionally optimistic. There's not a whole lot I can do when people don't realize that there's something that they really need to address. So it makes me sad because it's just not good for anybody, and I know that I'm not gonna see them probably for a while, and when I do see them again, they're going to have experienced a lot of frustration and wasted a lot of time and effort and momentum. So I'm not making this up, because actually just last night I talked to somebody who I had a call with about 6 months ago, and they're a small startup with not a whole lot of stuff in place, and they'd been struggling with not really being able to get the right talent on board, and so they were just kind of winging it. They didn't want to invest the time, the money, the effort into really building this. So they couldn't get the right people on board because it was hard for people to really understand what they were buying into. So they just kind of hired 3 people who left very quickly, and another 5 people who were just trying their best. But because they didn't have any structure to fall into, they couldn't be good. There's just no way that they could execute right. And so within that time period, the 5 that were left were just trying to scramble to get the work done, but they just never seemed to get it right. So the culture felt disjointed and really unhappy because everything felt chaotic and stressful, and nobody really knows at the company what they should be doing and how they should be doing it and what really was making it different for them, right? So that way, when you have that situation, work doesn't get done and you get unhappy clients. It kills your bottom line. Your partners, your investors get unhappy, and the other thing that happens is it takes way too long to get results delivered. So you're losing out on that hard-earned momentum, which really makes me really sad. There's not much we can do at that point. So we were talking, you know, what really makes a company like that superstar company that can really scale when that market turns your way, and you really have to hit it. You have to execute fast. So it's pretty simple. So I just break it down to, you know, you need star players, you need a star team, and then of course you need a star leader. And that might sound really simple, but the truth is, if just one of those things is missing, you can't have the other two. If you just have star players, that does not make a star team. And just star players, no matter how you lead them, if you don't have a cohesive force, you're not going to go forward. So maybe you got the star players and you actually managed to build a star team, but then you don't have that star leader. What happens? Well, those star leaders, I mean the star players in that team, they're just going to realize that they don't have the support. They can't really execute at their highest level. They're going to get frustrated and they're going to leave. So just hiring star players doesn't make a star team. Star players in the wrong environment are not going to deliver the way that you need them to. And, you know, even if you have that star team, if you're not a star leader, they're going to find out. You lose credibility, they start talking behind your back, and then they start making their own decisions because nobody else is. So suddenly you have a completely disjointed group of people who are all just doing whatever they think is best, and in the end that generally ends up not being the best for the company. And then of course they'll leave because they can't really see that their career's being advanced, that they're growing, and it's not a good situation for anybody. So I just wanted to bring this up because I think even when you know you have to show up incredibly certain with a lot of confidence, but when you look inside yourself, are there any moments where you feel like you're not being the best leader to your company, you're not being the best leader to your team, you're not supporting them in a way that they need to be supported so they can really be that star team? So I just wanted to bring this up so you can kind of take a deep look and ask yourself where you're failing your team. Where are you failing the people who you should be supporting, who you should be helping grow? And that in turn, of course, really affects the bottom line of the company. So let me know what you find. Smart, committed CEOs don't miss this ever, and let me know what you find. So, you know, keep thinking differently. What you know has gotten you to the point where you are right now, but when you think differently, that gets you to that next level, and that next level is what you really need to hit so that you can take that next level, that your business to the next level. So if you want to find out more, we just put out a great new training. It's at bulletproofstartups.com. So check that out, bulletproofstartups.com. And if it resonates with you, sign up for a call with me and we'll find out what's going on for you.